Great emails. Da 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 da. Okay, rugby. Oh boy, we have started some. By the way, all of these sports that I make fun of, I'm just trying to get you guys going. I respect all of these, so just have fun with this, okay? I watched part of a Premier League game. I turned it on at 75 minutes in. It was 1-0. And I'm just sitting there. This is the game the whole world loves. They love sitting there an hour and a half to see the ball go in the net one time. They understand that less is more. All right, rugby, everybody. Dear Bill, I am a Kiwi who lives and breathes rugby. I love when they say I'm a Kiwi, like New Zealand. You got to understand that, most people don't even know who you are. All right? What they think about when they think of New Zealand is they think Lord of the Rings. They think Fantasia. They think Adam and Eve. They don't even know what it is. And I'll tell you, that's a great thing. I'm jealous of these off-the-fucking-radar countries. New Zealand, Australia, Canada. And they get all fucking upset, too. Iceland, if you say they're off the radar, it's a good fucking thing. Nobody's paying attention. When was the last time somebody bombed New Zealand? I don't want to give anybody any ideas. I'm just saying, it's a fucking paradise. But having said that, I'm a Kiwi. I don't even know what a kiwi is. I did when I went over there. I already forgot. I know it's some sort of fruit. It sort of looks like an old turd, but it's green on the inside. As an overseas listener, my knowledge of the American sports is pretty much limited to what you talk about on your podcast. Well, I will tell you this. Our sports are probably just as dumb as yours. You appear to have an encyclopedic knowledge. I did. I don't know anybody's name for the last 20 years. I don't know what happened. Somewhere in the 2000s, I don't know. I got too busy. I was drinking, All right, where am I here? I understand most Americans don't know or care about rugby. I currently live in Canada, and nobody cares about it there. When you said Americans are no good at rugby because they don't care, I wonder if it's also that they don't care because they're no good at it. No. That's not it. Dude, come on, dude. We fucking crush it. Every time there's the Olympics, we fucking crush it. Just stop it, all right? Just stop it, okay? We have unbelievable fucking athletes here, and we have an endless amount of money that we print with no gold behind it. If we gave a fuck. I remember LeBron James said that one time when they were talking about the scoring title when he early on. They asked him about this other player because LeBron was passing a lot. And he just looked at him. He just said, listen, man, if I gave a shit, if I really wanted that, I could get it. All right? So, I'm just saying, if we gave a fuck. Anyhow, the Rugby World Cup is the third biggest sporting event by ticket sales after the Olympics and the Soccer World Cup. Well, I can't think of three more boring things in the fucking world. Oh, my God. Skeet shooting on skis. I mean, I'm just talking personally. I always try to get into the Olympics. Then I'll watch something fucking weird. I like curling. Okay, I like the Olympic hockey. Sorry, I'm in comedian mode here. I respect all of those. I'm just saying, rugby is that big. Rugby has hundreds of thousands of players all over the world, and around the world, a billion spectators for the World Cup. All right. Well, what does the Super Bowl get? Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Hang on a fucking second. Come on. How many people watch the Super Bowl? It says, come on, how many people? Oh, I did say. All right, it says 92 million. I didn't like that answer. Hang on a second. 92 million. Okay, worldwide. Let's see if that's worldwide. Ah, shit, they just recorded that. I am so bad at these fucking things. How many people worldwide are watching the Super Bowl every year? Okay, there you go. Over 208 million. All right? Give me a fucking break, buddy. Over 208 million people watch a sport that's only in our country. Rugby is all over the world, and you can only come up with 1 billion? The fuck out of here. Get the all right, Jesus. You see, it's all how you look at the numbers, sir. You know? I mean, 1 billion people, yeah, that's very respectable. I find it weird that you landed right on 1 billion. That sounds like sort of a estimate rather than the 208 million that I had, which sounded a lot more believable to me. Anyway, it's not some minority sport. It kind of is, though, dude. When I travel around the world, I see more goddamn shit. I see more fucking stores selling Yankee shit overseas than I see any rugby shit. Maybe I just don't know that I'm looking at it. I see all kinds of soccer shit. I can't remember the last time, I don't know. When was the last time a bunch of spectators killed each other at a fucking rugby game? I don't remember that. Maybe it happened. I don't know why some people like to compare it in with the NFL. Well, because it's the same game without pads in a lot of ways, right? I mean, you're just running the wishbone the whole fucking game. They are completely different sports, and I don't think anyone at the elite level has succeeded in transitioning from one to the other. Yeah, well, I mean, they're two different. They are two different sports, but you can see how they're related. You can kind of see how we sort of did. We took soccer and combined it with rugby and came up with American football, and everybody has a problem with it for some reason around the world. Anyway, my girlfriend started watching rugby with me 20 years ago, and she's still your girlfriend. Dude, jeez, you're fucking stringing her along. And now she's a huge fan. Now my wife. Okay, there we go. We watch games together every weekend. It's the greatest sport. So there. I like the so there. Dude, I gotta be honest with you. When I was fucking in Ireland and they were having, when rugby was on, I would watch it, and I loved it. It's fucking brutal. It's a fucking brutal sport. NFL football used to be a brutal sport, but then, you know, all of these guys were dying in their 50s and 60s. Now, I'll enlighten you overseas, is you guys all think because they have helmets on, you know, and pads on, that they're a bunch of fucking pussies. Well, what is the average lifespan? You know, I don't see anybody going like fucking, they tackle with their shoulders. You know, they're not slamming their fucking heads. I know it happens. That happens in every sport, but they're not doing it on purpose. And I don't want to hear your fucking fish tales about, oh, yeah, they do. They're fucking nuts. I've watched the game. It's you know what it's like? It's kind of like the difference between watching, like, when you watch, like, boxing and they have gloves on, or the UFC, it's not as bad as watching people bare-knuckle punch each other in the fucking head. And I don't know why, because all the fucking glove does is protect the hand. You know what I mean? It's like you've seen people's faces at the end of a boxing match. They're fucking horrific. And you can literally knock somebody out open hand, just slapping them across the face. If you fucking hit them the right way and their brain slams, you know, your brain's sitting there in the fluid there. Right? You got basically a snow globe inside of your head. So that's the myth that I would like to dispel to all you fucking around the world is we actually had to change the rules of the game and how we played it to the point there's not even like an all-star game anymore. They play like flag football because nobody wants to go in there and risk getting fucking CTE. There was like football players retiring, going nuts. There was a guy killed his whole family on the Chiefs a long time ago. One of the guys that played with Len Dawson. Just fucking had major brain damage. I remember seeing another football player had his foot cut off on purpose because the pain was just so fucking unbearable after a while. You know, they don't live a long time. So say what you want about it, as you don't play professional football or rugby. Talk about what pussies they are. They are not. And I think they would kick the shit out of any rugby player out there. There we go. That'll get things going.